engineer asked, but as an engineer, so I'm just
what's this?
Like, I can pull it, like, I'm an engineer, but I'm an engineer. As an engineer, as somebody that is an engineer, I'm saying I'm the number one engineer as an engineer. All right, as an engineer, I'm just an engineer. Speaking as somebody that is an engineer, I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
A little bit of a manipulator, a little bit of a game player, a little bit of just a YouTuber. And we got that over a barrel, you know. And this video, it's got almost like, I think people are getting sick of his shit because it's got almost 90K views. Did Nick shout this sucker out or anything? Or no? This probably sounds like, looks like he hit the algorithm, right?
I think he did.
He did?
It out.
Oh, did he?
I even watched a part of it last night on stream.
Oh, did he? All right, here's my issue with this video. It proves its point rather early, and with autistic detail repeats it over and over again. Maybe it's a style thing, maybe it's autism. I don't know. It gets to be. I'm only going, unless you guys got a timestamp. I'm only going as long as I can take it because he like there's nothing wrong with the video, at all. It's just not my cup of tea as far as entertainment's concerned. And it makes a point and then beats you over the head with it with a sledgehammer. And if you're not, just I don't know, just take this ride with me, and we'll cover some other stuff. I don't know if I can see. I went 10 minutes, had to turn off, then went 15. But apparently Mood is lying about his job and to be div shoved. It's autism. Yeah, this is autistic detail. Nothing wrong with it. It's just my thing is make the point and next subject. But what the hell? I'm a dying YouTuber, so what I know.
Welcome, I'm Nicandros. If you've been following Some Ordinary Gamers or MUTAHAR's behavior the past year or so,
I hate that. I hate that right off the bat. His behavior. I am the policeman of his behavior. I don't, yeah, I get that, but you sound like a Sunday school teacher. Your behavior is not acceptable in this school. If you've been, well, the way I would have done it, is like you've been following the massive screw ups of MUTAHAR lately. You've come to the right place.
Oh,
he lied about his job. You know, I don't think he lied about his job. I don't think Nicandros thinks that either. I think what happened was he got a job title and went with that and used that to mislead. That's what I think happened here. But look, this is like, I don't think he really makes any definites either, but it sure looks like he did. Yeah, he exaggerated, I guess. Well, you'll see. He'll make his point. If you don't get his point, you're not listening.
You might have noticed that something is up. He quits Twitter suddenly, causing people to panic, and then rejoins Twitter quietly months later. He says he won't buy a Nintendo Switch 2, and then instantly buys one when it comes out. There was even that time he disavowed his longtime friend, Naxtaku, but then he took the video down and apologized. Apparently he overreacted to a video criticizing him for watching lowly hentai with Naxtaku, and not for anything else.
Wait, you showed porn in those videos?
That's a video I'm still...
What did he say?
He said, wait, you showed porn in those, or he showed porn.
And not for anything else.
Wait, you showed
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'll wait for that one if I even cover it.
porn in those videos?
That's a video I'm still working on, and this video you're about to watch
If I had to guess, that's what he called me about.
right now is a little appetizer I've cut out of its body of research, because it was getting too bloated as it is. Anyway,
Yeah, it got a bit bloated.
despite saying he would quit drama, not only did MUTAHAR return to drama, he decided to join forces with Ethan Klein to go after Hassan Piker. It's an odd choice because Ethan doesn't exactly have the highest opinion of MUTAHAR.
Well, what difference would, like, even if they had some mutual thing that they believed in, maybe putting those differences aside, I don't know.
I think it's just those like sides things that we always.
Yeah, and there's also the YouTuber way, like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, you know, type of thing going on. There's a lot of that playing on YouTube. So, but I don't think, like, I put shit aside with Keemstar to like, I don't know, tell, like, the whole, when they all blamed him for the fucking kid that jumped off the bridge. What the fuck? I can't. I'm getting old.
Oh.
Etika.
Yeah, I know who you're talking.
Etika, and then people are asking me, "Oh boy, you got him now," like, because it was like 4-year-long war or whatever it was, And like, oh wow, you really screwed up this time. I'm like, no, he didn't. And he's like, well, Attica's dead. I'm like, yeah. Did he push him off the fucking bridge? No, he didn't. He had a hypothetical and a conversation with an extremely sick guy that was hell bent on killing himself. And I couldn't do it. Even like, yeah, screw Keemstar. I hope his whole career falls apart. But I mean, I just like, it's just ridiculous. And then, people don't think they could be used against you. You know what I mean? Sorry you're late. Well, that's the last time that can happen there, Grant. Knock that shit off.
Do you have the part where Mutahar runs outside with a gun?
I don't, but
I'm like, dude,
This is pretty interesting, though.
these people are insane. Boogie's not even the craziest one in that room still. There's a point where Mutahar goes,
Yes, he was.
oh shit, is someone stealing my car? And he runs outside with a gun.
Was I in that? I guess I might have went on vacation by then.
It's an odd choice because Ethan doesn't exactly have the highest opinion of Mutahar.
Do you have the part where Mutahar runs outside with a gun?
I don't, but
I'm like, dude, these people are insane.
He's
Boogie's
in Canada. What kind of gun could he have?
not even the craziest one in that room still. There's a point where Mutahar goes, oh shit, is someone stealing my car? And he runs outside with a gun. And then he comes
He
in.
actually walked to the corner of his room. That wasn't visible on camera and cocked an airsoft pistol. That's kind of, it's like, I hate that.
In 30 seconds, he goes, oh no, it's chill, it's just my brother.
Oh my
Like,
god.
this pseudo badass, weird fucking shtick he's doing is not it. And frankly, he's so mean-spirited and nasty, and he has this weird thing where he needs to act like cool and that he's so successful.
That might be true, but is Muto mean-spirited? I mean, he is behind the scenes, but not with his content, correct? Would you put him on the mean-spirited? Yeah, he was mean-spirited to me and stuff like that, but with his
He can
content?
get that way in his content.
Can he?
Sometimes. If
I must
it's a
have missed
passionate subject or something.
Yeah, he
like
can be
that,
kind of mean.
He can be kind of mean to people where it's like,
Yeah.
you don't think like you're retarded.
It's 90% of the internet. What makes him so bad?
And rich, he tells Boogie,
Well, yeah, verse. I know he is. Believe me, personally. I never did nothing to him.
dude, why don't you upload more? I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the fuck up,
I've been wondering about this myself.
bro. I think he thinks his real job is being a day trader. I might be wrong about that, but I mean, that's pretty funny. But like, yes, it is. Shut up, bro. I'm uploading every day. Ugh, I really got turned off by Mutahar in that one, man. Really did.
So Mutahar is a poser and he lies about having a job outside of YouTube. Those are pretty heavy accusations. But who
Not really. Calling you a pedophile would be a heavy accusation, Nick. This is kind of like, you're just kind of a phony. These are heavy accusations.
has the time to watch through over a decade of videos and streams to check if he's telling a consistent story? I certainly don't, but I know a much faster way of achieving the same end result with only a few hours of effort. I can just search all of his video transcripts at once for
And he does that in spades.
certain keywords and timeline the claims he's made.
I play video games and scratch my balls most days when I'm not working. I wake up, I scratch my balls, I do my job, and then I fucking play some video games. I wake up, scratch my balls, play some Mass Effect, make a video, and like do some of my stock work, and that's it.
Got itchy balls.
I wake up, I scratch my balls, and I play some Mass Effect, okay? I wake up every day, I do my job, I scratch my balls, I play around with Linux, some video games, and that's my life, dude.
Before we get into it, isn't this
What are you saying?
Do you get it, Tommy? He wakes up, he scratches his balls, and he plays video games and does his job.
Don't we
He thought he
all?
needed to play that like 300 more times just to get you to understand that he wakes up, scratches his balls, does his
Yeah,
job.
you're gonna see a lot of that. I think like when I first watched this, I'm trying to watch this like I haven't watched it before. I saw that. I'm like, okay, he's like, we've seen that before from other YouTubers, but it doesn't stop.
stalking? Isn't this a violation of privacy? No. I am going by information Mutahar has made public through pieces of media
Ooh, we got around that one. We're gonna accuse you of stalking anyway.
he's voluntarily published on his YouTube
Oh, yeah, he outthought the trolls.
channel or public media appearances he has consented to.
Beaver's big one. I too enjoy scratching my balls. Yeah, I like the under part where they're rarely touched. Get a good scratch in.
Also using information from a video that shows his LinkedIn page, which is something he seems to be cool with. He can do whatever he wants in his private life, but if he's claiming to be a doctor or an engineer to make his perspectives more valuable to an audience, validating the truthfulness of these claims about his life become a matter of public interest. If a history channel was receiving undisclosed funding from a foreign state, publishing that information would be in the public interest, even if that knowledge was gained.
Oh, jeez. All right, you're not autistic. All right, it's just a fucking.
Through violations of privacy. Violating someone's privacy to humiliate them by exposing their porn browsing habits would not be in the public interest. But I haven't gone there, and I don't need to. I also completely disavow and denounce any kind of harassment or actual stalking behavior. Based on my findings, MUTAHAR has consistently claimed that YouTube isn't his job.
Hey, YouTube isn't my job. Thank God my job isn't YouTube. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job.
See, I started wondering about this. Like, why did he lie? Like, why did he? When I first really started thinking about it, because he told me that he's got another job and graduated university.
I think he's just trying to like ensure to the audience it's like I could quit tomorrow and nothing, you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
feel bad
here's the
about
thing.
it.
Like, why would he have to suck up to Mama Max? Because him throwing me under the bus was him sucking up to Mama Max. He wouldn't need to do it. You know what I mean?
I think most of it was he got scared of the audience.
Yeah, well, that,
Mama
and then
Max
he got
audience
scared
back in the
the
day
other
was-
way, and then he came to fucking appear to come to my rest or two. And it is such a weird thing for me because, like, I will give him credit for this. I don't think from behind the scenes and the lolcow stuff, the money I earned, I don't think I get it without MUTAHAR. I'll be completely honest with you, and I appreciate him for that. He did the right thing, but he, like, one of the reasons I was able to get it is because his like stellar reputation, and Keem was afraid of that. I think if this happened now, like with the money, like it's almost been a year to the day since that whole thing happened. Like I think it's August 8th or some shit like that, or 9th or some shit. And I think Keem blows him off because he doesn't have the clout that he used to.
Oh yeah.
You
I-
actually
I-
don't need to interact with real
look,
people.
I don't know if I could have got, like, I
Anon
needed.
donated $5. Harmful opinions is also autistic but has more entertaining.
Is he really
TF
autistic?
harmful has more experience.
He's also a genius. He wore a camera in his chest and get out from people. Could you please take your camera off? And he said, "No, I'm a registered sex offender, and I have to wear it wherever I go."
That's good.
It is the funniest fucking. And he said it like, "Oh," he said to the security guards, "Yeah, I'm already. I gotta wear." That wasn't autism. That was just funny and ballsy, right? Yeah. Sometimes I have trouble following harmful, so maybe that's it. Jesus Christ, fucking gay Riddler. But yeah, harmful is funny. I like harmful. I've liked harmful before fucking baited. You know, I've been a kind of a filthy casual fan from here and there. Yeah, he's great, and he also has principles, and he stands on them like he did with what was that stupid app they all got sucked into, and then Mundane Match tried to bury him. Yeah.
Oh no.
Cameo or whatever the hell that was called.
Cameo.
Yeah.
Candid.
Yeah, he was the guy
saw
that
that
he
in chat.
stood up immediately. Candid. I always like him. Tism is a superpower. Yeah. Well, you can use it like blowbacks and use it like him. So yeah, it's a little weird because I probably don't get the house. It's like that's the last bit of money I needed. I mean, I could have got it either way, but it was just I would have been absolutely no fucking like spending cash afterwards, you know. So yeah, I don't get the house. So it's tough. It's tough for me to see that he's talked to my kid before, and then but I was just a if I needed to be brushed aside legitimately for his career, it would have happened. And which makes me think, well, maybe this is his job, because who would protect it like that if it wasn't their job? It did cross my mind at the time. Is like, are we sure? I don't know. And then I thought to myself, I rationalized it like, oh look, he put his fucking. That's so funny. He put his watermark in there.
Watermark.
That's too funny. He owns that picture of MUTAHAR. Yeah, it made me wonder. It's like, all right, he could still have another job and do well at it and what have you, and be super protective and act. Right? But now it does kind of feel like Nick's onto something. Nick Andros.
YouTube is not my job. I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay?
He works a regular 9 to 5.
Like, I work a regular job every day. I go to my office, I work, I come home.
Is it possible he's ashamed that he's a full-time YouTuber?
I cut together the video that I recorded the night, or 2 nights or whatever before, and I post that on the internet. It is a
Nick Andros wanted Chud's boy. I did know that.
Therapeutic, fun thing for me.
So what is...
He's probably going to think the criticism comes from that fucking... It doesn't. I'm just goofing on his fucking video like I would anybody else's if I had an issue with it, I suppose. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with this video, so I'm sure there's nothing to do with it's autistic. What can I fucking tell you? That's the way I feel about it. It's nothing to do with Chud.
That job. If you ask MUTAHAR's fans, they think he's a cybersecurity expert, an IT professional, a video editor. Ethan said, day trader. There seems to be an awful lot of uncertainty about this.
He told me that he started this channel, SomeOrdinaryGamers, plural, with another guy, and the other guy just didn't show up.
Definitely real job that MUTAHAR has. MUTAHAR's also insisted throughout his career that he is an engineer.
I'm an engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm only an engineer. Oh, I'm an engineer. So I'm an engineer. I
thought he was an engineer. I did.
I'm just an engineer.
I'm an engineer. I'm just a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. As an engineer, being an engineer, I don't have to tell you as an engineer. I'm just a dumb engineer as an engineer.
You're not a German engineer. Your degree is worthless unless you go to mines.
My engineer has, but as an engineer, I'm just a fucking
worthless.
Like I can tell her, like I'm an engineer. But I'm an engineer. As an engineer, I'm an engineer. As somebody that is an engineer, as an engineer. I'm saying I'm the number one engineer as an engineer. As an engineer. All right, as an engineer, I'm just an engineer. Speaking as somebody that is an engineer, I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
But there's multiple types of engineers, so what kind of engineer is he?
I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a YouTuber. Why are you asking me?
Code.
And I'm just like a computer engineer by default.
Like, I'm a fucking computer engineer. And I'm a fucking computer engineer.
And it's like, all right, I get it.
You want to talk about cyber warfare? I'm a computer engineer by trade. I'm a computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer.
I wonder, like, I get this. Like, I could take 3 of these. You know what I mean?
Computer engineer.
He's just doing it to show how consistent Muta is.
Yeah. I also said, like, he's obviously...
It does get to a point.
You know what it is, too? Like, I get the feeling for this video because he had his, kind of, what do you call it? You put the thing in the beginning of the video, fucking forget everything. Yeah, whatever. And he feels like he's afraid of criticism. That's what it screams to me. And there's content wise, I didn't see anything to criticize. Like entertainment wise, yeah. All right. That's just then his response.
You could play 5 examples, and then go like, there are more.
And you know what he could say to me?
Not playing.
You know what he could say to me? He could say, "Make your own fucking video, then, tough guy," and that'd be fine. That'd be perfect. It's just not my thing. You know,
absolutely.
I mean, he'd be absolutely right. You know, they're all telling Willie Mack, I got to put more of this and more of that. Well, make your own fucking video. Oh, wait, you can't. You know, and I couldn't make this either. I don't got it. So it's just not my bag. It's like 3 times golden.
Computer engineer, okay? I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer.
In the United States, people throw around the word engineer like candy. But in Canada, it's a bit more protected, especially in Ontario, where MUTAHAR lives.
Ontario.
Now, I do want to give the disclaimer that I'm not a lawyer or a Canadian. I'm just a guy who looks...
I can tell by the way you said Ontario.
...stuff up online, and based on what I've read, it's actually illegal to call yourself an engineer.
Claiming to be an engineer without a license against the law. Titles such as professional engineer. Yeah, fucking Canada's got weird laws.
I don't know how much...
If you are not
I agree with this. Just because it's like, Muta's just saying this is what the field he works in. That's kind of what I would take from it.
No, what I think, no, he's getting a fucking job. No, they're calling him like a computer engineer specialist or something, like, but he's not an engineer. He hasn't gotten a degree. He doesn't have an engineering degree, and that's what they're saying. That's what this guy's claiming, and I got to be honest with you, it makes a certain amount of sense. You know, felony engineering fraud. I mean, it is funny that you can't say you're an engineer.
licensed engineer. The Ontario engineering regulatory body, Professional Engineers Ontario, claims to take offense to even titles like software engineer being used instead of software developer, but they do make an exception for terms like train engineer, broadcast engineer, or sound engineer, which are not professional engineers in the same way that a computer engineer or a civil engineer would be. Calling yourself a computer engineer to a public audience is like saying that you're a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer. You might as well call yourself a doctor or a therapist. For MUTAHAR to be a licensed computer engineer, for him to be able to legally call himself a computer engineer, or an engineer in general, he would need a 4-year degree, 4 years of training.
I can feel the cold, hard steel at the top of my mouth.
And to pass the National Professional Practice exam. If he had just a degree, then he could only call himself a computer engineer graduate. This is where things become a little bit difficult, because MUTAHAR is apparently not just a computer engineer.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit fucking works.
Speaking out of an engineer, like if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't speak about Elon being an idiot. But as an engineer, yeah, I'm gonna call him an idiot because he does do idiotic statements.
This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer,
a computer engineer is very much a real thing. But a video engineer or a broadcast engineer isn't a real professional.
It's like being a sound engineer. Because I remember, like, when I recorded my record so many years ago, back in 2000, the summer, and the guy was telling me, they said, like, he said sound engineer on his thing, and I asked, "Does you have to get an engineering degree for that?" He's like, "No, you have to make records that people like, and mix things people like. That's really all it takes. I mean, you can go for classes and stuff like that." He says, "But most people are in this for this." So you like, "Oh, so you're not really an engineer?" He's like, "No." So being a software engineer is kind of the same thing. Like it's probably, if I had to guess, it probably was a legitimate job title at one point.
Engineer. While computer science graduates often work in software development, sometimes called software engineering, computer science isn't an engineering discipline. So computer science engineer doesn't really make sense. Cybersecurity engineer is once again using the word engineer as just a job title. MUTAHAR clearly wants the prestige of being perceived as an engineer, given that he's been calling himself an engineer for the past 10 years. And he uses this title to make himself more authoritative.
But I'm an engineer. I know how this stuff is going, so I'm not even speaking out of pocket right here, okay? If you want to disagree with me...
You know what? If I just saw him say that, I would have got the willies. I've never seen like these... I've never seen him talk like, I'm an engineer. I don't think I would have... Something would have tipped me off.
Feel free, but you're actually...
I never saw him say anything like this. I don't watch every one of his fucking videos. I watch videos that interest me. When he's doing stuff about computers, like... snore.
Wrong. As somebody who is a computer, engineer, somebody who understands computer code, for instance, hearing Elon talk...
What code? There's all different types of code, aren't there?
Talk about
You actually don't need to interact with real people ever.
Why the fuck do people always bring the law
Cornelius
into
donated $5. Why the fuck do people always bring the law into shit when it never goes anywhere ever? The last time it went somewhere was Lion Maker, and that was what, almost 10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago. I assume, Connor, you're talking about like making it illegal calling yourself an engineer. I think what he's saying is he's getting around it, but I know what you mean. Like everybody's going to jail all the time on YouTube and nobody ever does. 2 people went to jail. The guy who sang songs told the girls to take their pants off. He's in jail for a long time. And Line Maker, and Harodi did his time. That's it. I remember when Nick Rekieta and Tonkasaw was going to jail. Remember that one? Do you remember that one? Were you around then?
I think I do. How long ago was that?
8 years.
8, yeah.
So 8 years.
Yeah.
So 8 years ago. Yeah, he's like, oh no, this he can get him for fraud. Like none of that. I even knew I knew Nikita's like, no one's gonna do that. They're just gonna be glad you guys are gone, and nothing happened.
And anything code related is actually mind-bogglingly stupid.
It's not clear what kind of an engineer he is.
I just say that making this moral fact argument, everybody knows is nothing's gonna happen. Well, you get used to it. They'll never stop. Oh, you broke the law. Ooh, that's what this whole shit's come down to. It's like not even funny anymore.
So, what education does he have?
like it's a really good explanation of why I picked engineering as
I forget what he told me his degree was in. I totally forget. I don't think it was engineering.
the road to go down when I was studying. I'm like,
So he would have an engineering degree.
I went to university for computer sciences, and that's it. Education background, asking because a lot of CS knowledge. Yeah, well, I did computer engineering when I fucking went to college. That's what I did.
Okay, so at least a computer science degree.
I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out like a semester in because I was like, okay, no.
Oh,
that kind of kills your engineer status.
Yeah.
Because being an engineer that's a hard degree to get.
dropped out after a semester.
Like I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university.
So am I. It seems like everybody around here is a fucking college dropout.
But I'm not going to dog on like school. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to learn to be valuable. Yeah, if you're going to be an engineer, if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you're going to be in the STEM field, you need to go to university.
He's liquid. He becomes whatever he needs to be at the time, and he's very good at it. Yeah, and I think it's just kind of finally falling apart.
University, okay?
You need to go to university to be an engineer, but Mutahar is a dropout. He has no degree.
Were you a computer science major? Yeah, that's what I went to for college for a little bit, dropped out of it, you know. I feel like there's a weird misconception. People think I'm like some fucking crazy degree holder. It's like, no.
You've been telling everybody you're a fucking engineer. Of course they think you're some crazy degree holder. No shit, Sherlock.
I would think that.
Yeah.
No, I would have been way more in fucking university debt if I went down that fucking route.
I sure wonder why people might have that impression.
Is it bad if you don't get a STEM degree? Look, I'm gonna sound biased as fuck, but STEM degrees all the way. I'm gonna sound biased because, you know, as an engineer, like, you know, you want to get the degree that's gonna get you a job, you know, a good job. Not saying other degrees can't, but like, you gotta be smart.
I love that these fucking, like, it was like, what's that one? They always put their logo feces everywhere. Nick Andrew, the true crime explore with us, and you see the wolf like floating around. I just see that right here with the it's just like, it's totally not necessary. If somebody uses my stuff, whatever.
Smart.
I got news for you, man. Like, Charlie used a whole bunch of my shit. Didn't say my name fucking once. Put my picture on there. They don't have to say shit. You know, if you want to put, you're just the guy that does that. You know?
Sometimes he says he didn't always want to be an engineer.
My biggest thing was I didn't really want to be an engineer anyways. Growing up, I didn't really want to do anything. I actually wanted to do law. I didn't go through law.
No, I mean, this whole thing could have been done in like 3.5 minutes. And he could still show him, and he could have still shown he's a big hypocrite. Actually, probably could have done it funnier too.
Honestly, I didn't even want to be an engineer.
Again, this is what I think. There's nothing wrong with the video. I know I'm going to get criticized because this is one of Chud's guys, but no, it's just my thing. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
When I grew up, like, I wanted to be a lawyer for the longest times.
Other times he says he's a former engineer.
So, like, being a former engineer, like, I virtualize, like, everything, so I, like, contain shit. And
even an ex-engineer.
The coolest ways possible. I'm like a fucking ex-engineer.
But here's the thing. He's been saying he used to be an engineer, or that he worked as an engineer for 10 years.
I wanted to share sort of my engineering background with you. Okay, I worked as a fucking engineer, all right, before I went into this shit. I think I know this. I also like to mess around with technology. I myself used to be an engineer before I went into the video editing route.
Mutahar started his channel in
2012. He couldn't be. He dropped out of school. That would never happen.
12. The same year he turned 18.
By the way, I don't think there's anything wrong with dropping out of school and becoming a big YouTuber, especially one at his level. It's almost like these Hulk Hogan lies. You know, like, if you really look at Hulk, like, everybody's trying to forget the fact that Hogan, because he died, everybody's like, he's utterly and completely full of shit, right? And I heard Jim Cornette say, like, you know, Hogan's, like, he didn't have to lie about anything. His life is fascinating, you know, as it was. But I guess, you know, it's an insecurity thing or something. I don't know. I'm sure, like, as YouTuber wise, I'm sure he's got a million stories. But he's probably been bullshitting for so often, he doesn't even know. They're not spectacular enough, I guess.
By video editing route, he means that he switched careers after his channel began.
He said he left engineering for YouTube. Yeah, but he also said, I'm an engineer. Well, you have to finish in order to get the degree, I would imagine, right? It's kind of a weird contradiction.
And taking off.
And the interesting thing about this whole YouTube stuff is it actually made me change.
I'd rather do this and fucking sit in a classroom too. I don't blame him.
My entire career choice. You know, I never really thought of myself as an individual who, I mean, I express talents in film production and everything, and, you know, I never really threw myself into it. I did stuff on the side even before YouTube as well. But this really changed me, and it made me more passionate in the whole, you know, video production side too. So now that is my field of choice. Now I work as a video editor. For those of you who don't know what I do outside of YouTube, I do that. I work as a video editor for my own post stuff.
All the programming, cybersecurity, penetration testing work he talks about early on are jobs he supposedly did before he did YouTube, and he didn't like doing it.
Before
M. Lockwood, now he's still claiming he does a 9 to 5. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. He puts out a lot of content, right?
Before this, I was a depressed individual, and I was going to go through a certain set path in my career and just go through that and move on, right? And
it's called your Indian parents told you what to do.
There was a point where
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to set path that my parents set up for me, and they're going to...
really didn't think there was much else. I was going to go...
How cool would it be? I told my parents to fuck off, keep their money, and I just made more money than all of them. That's a way cool story.
Go through the motions and everything.
No, nothing. Doesn't say engineer. I wonder if that's it too. Like, you know, growing up in an Asian family, like you don't want to be like everybody's a doctor or a lawyer. And fucking you dropped out of school. Hey, my brother went to Virginia Tech, so I had to deal with that.
And then, you know, to cut down on the stress, and I still have stress issues nowadays, but you know, back then I had a crazy amount of depression and stress issues.
Yeah, all your relatives were fucking lawyers and engineers.
And so to counteract that, I decided, you know, why not do YouTube? And so, you know, one night I went onto the Google Create account and did it, and you know, and then we started making videos. I told you guys, I'm a guy who used to code bank applications, really boring shit. Now I'm a dude who cuts stuff together.
Shot from the point, bitch.
Yeah. Thank you for the sub.
All right, who edits stuff.
More, please. More subs.
You know, who does stuff for film, TV, all that stuff. And I can't stress to you all how important that is to me. And you all have inspired me to go out and chase that dream. You all inspired me to fucking sit in front of my computer and make a video when I have some off time, and I fucking love doing it.
Baby MUTAHAR liked to edit videos, and after starting YouTube, he switched careers from computer engineering to film and television, and this is where his actual education comes in.
I worked in film and TV before I still don't have a fancy fucking degree, okay?
How old is Muta? He's like 30?
Something like that.
I don't know. So, Muta.
He's 31.
Yeah, so he's... whatever, I spelled it wrong. He's 31?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
There we go, I filmed it, alright?
Where do you have time for all this, like, these degrees?
My film degree to something.
He calls it a film degree, but it's actually a 2-year broadcasting/videography diploma he got from Humber College between 2013 and 2015. If he went back to studying to get an actual engineering degree, he never mentioned anything about it. Not a single slip.
I like to know the mood is as stupid as I am.
MUTAHAR was
kind of shit I was doing in community college.
Never a real engineer, but he's been calling himself one for a decade because of tech jobs he supposedly had before 2013.
Put him in jail.
13 or 2012.
Because I never tell people like what I do. Like I never tell people anything, right? Like I don't even tell people I'm not an engineer. I haven't been one for like years, like fucking for eons at this point, right? Like an internet.
Do you ever lose that? Like once you're an engineer, you're an engineer, right? I thought.
I think he's just saying he's not held the job.
He's not an active engineer.
Right.
What he calls him being an engineer is something he did for only a little bit.
I can imagine, like, for families, like, I mean, just an Indian family alone, it's like, son, you've got 3 choices for what you're doing, all right? You got 3 character classes, doctor, engineer, or maybe a lawyer.
Yeah, wasn't I just saying that before? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, like, that's it.
Well, at least he didn't kill his parents like that Chinese girl did. She's lying about going to school for years, and she couldn't keep the lie up, so she tried to kill her parents instead.
So, you know, I did one of them for a little bit, and then I just pretty much stuck to, you know, this life now.
Imagine if you worked as a mechanic in high school, and 10 years after quitting that job, you're still introducing yourself as a mechanical engineer. From 2015 to 2020, he claimed to primarily...
He's a theoretical engineer.
work as a video editor.
That's because I'm a fucking editor in real life anyways, so. Ever since I became a video editor, and that was my job in life, I work as a video editor. You know, that's my job.
By trade, what I do...
Isn't it weird? Like, what does he do? Like, he doesn't, his actual videos that get all the hits are barely edited, if at all. Like, I like to see his work.
For a living is video editing.
I wasn't always a fucking video editor. Am I a fucking passionate video editor? Do I like my job? Yes, I do. My job is video editing. I'm a video editor by trade. No, I'm video editor. You know, that's how I pay for the strip club and the home.
And initially called himself a video engineer.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit
all right.
fucking
See,
works.
this is what I'm talking
it's
about.
Not a real engineering job, but he was still calling him.
Like we were 15 minutes fucking in. Almost halfway through the video, and we're still doing this. It's totally unfucking necessary. It's just like what they said in it's chaos theory. He's trying to like dot all his T's and cross his I's and so it's like you can't get criticism. You can criticize anything, even if it's correct. You always find something.
Himself an engineer. In 2019, he conflated being
I'm a broadcast engineer. Thanks, Adams.
Video engineer with being...
I engineered this whole stream, so why not? How do you spell semantics?
A computer engineer.
I'm a computer engineer, so I really computer a video engineer, whatever you want to call it. I'm one of those people, so...
Again, totally different qualifications. One is an actual professional engineer, the other is a job title. In 2020, MUTAHAR claimed to be an exceptionally successful day trader.
Now, for those of you who don't know, one of my side hobbies turned basic, general second profession of mine.
That's what I tell people I do when I don't want anybody to fucking know what I do. Or I trade.
Is day
sell t-shirts.
Trading, swing trading, whatever you want to call it. I like to sit in the mornings, sip my coffee, go on the NASDAQ, see what I can look pre-market, buy, sell, and be done by, what, 11 or something, and call it a day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's something that I've been doing for almost a year, give a couple months, and it's definitely a very, it's a fun part of my lifestyle.
It makes me think, why did he hate fucking, I guess because it's something to do with his wife. Why did he hate Boogie so much? That's the thing. I
minded him of him.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, he's a fat sack of fucking YouTube shit. Like, I couldn't even understand, like, when he's lying about cancer. I'm like, I hear people say, like, well, my aunt died of cancer, and he's saying he had cancer and he didn't. Like, fuck it. Who cares? I thought the whole thing was rather amusing. To be honest with you, and I got to be honest with you, if you're more upset, like, all right, like everybody's been touched by cancer, it's everybody, right? So don't act like Boogie's making it worse on you. It's usually the cancer that does that.
Mathy guy.
But he was like really offended by Boogie, and I always thought it was like a little too much. I didn't get it. I don't care. It works. People like it. Whatever.
A lot of calculations in my head. I lose money, but I generally have an 80-85% success rate, and that's just the nature of this stuff.
In 2021, he claimed his job was trading and investing.
My job right now, I just sit around and trade and invest. That's what my job.
I'm starting to believe he's a YouTuber.
But he was still an engineer or a computer engineer. Apparently his dad calls him an engineer who knows computers.
I'm sitting in the room, it's like, when it comes to...
Yeah, he DM'd Doe. Yeah, that pissed him off. But I've DM'd her before. I got into it, Doe, before I knew they were fucking together. I think I did. But whatever.
Computers? Do you talk about it with my son? Do you act like an...
Saying you have cancer is like stolen valor. Saying you have cancer when you don't is like stolen valor. Yeah, it is, Connor. But, how upset are you going to get about it? My grandfather died of cancer. Fucking both of them did, come to think of it. I never felt like, Boogie, how dare you? I was always like, Boogie, weird idiot.
An intelligent person, because my son's a fucking engineer, okay? If I'm wrong about computers, I'm gonna believe what my
this would have tipped me off.
Son says, because he's the fucking engineer.
It's appeal to authority. His own.
Not a doctor. Like, fucking insane, dude.
But he also just sits at home and invests money.
I invest, that's my job now. I just sort of sit home and invest money.
Now, if I was ashamed of only being a YouTuber, that is the job I'd be claiming to have.
Nick's right. Because I've literally said that to get people off my back. Like if I'm with the pub or something. Like, what do you do? Well, I run this fucking goofy talk show. It seems to pay the rent and the bills and stuff. But I'm not famous. So I'm an investor. Are you? Yeah. That's how you can live here. I was like, yeah. It's none of their fucking business, but like if I say none of your business, then that causes a whole other list of problems.
When asked by guests on his podcast about his computer work, he claimed it's only a hobby now.
I don't know how much you want to delve into this, but like you do, so do you do computer stuff on the side, or that's your main thing?
I literally just invest money. Like I buy property and I invest, and that's all I do now.
You're at that point now, you're that big of a baller, Muta?
Yeah, I know. You picked up on it there.
I wouldn't say it's like baller. It's just like
do you do programming? I don't know why that took me 3 different ways to ask that.
I do it it's more of a hobbyist thing now for me personally. I'm trying to like work around with consoles at this point, like reverse engineer shit that I have.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So that's what I'm into now.
The word of the day is.
Now it's just like it all has become like a hobbyist thing for me at this point. Like
it's full of shit.
This is the guy that shills Linux.
Yeah, but he's a YouTuber. He could have been just like fucking. I had cancer. My mom and my dad
That should have tipped
had it.
everybody off. The moment you start shilling Linux.
Boogie's lie. I want to actually watch that stream over again.
Just like for me, I look at it, it's like woodworking and shit. Like those woodworking channels. I'm like, oh, this is just like me sitting down for 2 hours, like killing time and like working on a long form project, but not something that I would ever care to ever be bothering doing again, even as a career path. It's just too stressful. Sure. It's like boring.
I get the feeling Destiny's not buying it.
Compared to anything that we do now, you know?
In 2023, he's calling himself an engineer a lot, just like before. But in March, he claims he just invests money again.
Were you into business before doing YouTube? No. After, like, you know, I worked and then it's pretty much like my job. Like, I worked and then now I have enough money to, like, you know, buy property and, like, invest, and that's pretty much what I do.
In August, he gave the impression he still worked as an engineer.
All right, as an engineer, if I show up to my office and I fuck up,
yeah, he's full of shit. How could he possibly? Maybe this is the whole point Nick Andros has, and I just completely missed it. Right? If he just like he's not giving him any fucking outs, you know. Maybe it's the right thing to do, but I don't know. It's kind of hurts my head.
okay, I don't have a job anymore.
But then he also mentions working at his own company that does asset management and property development.
At our company, like not YouTube, but outside YouTube, like when it comes to our main work property and everything, like our like asset management, property development, stuff like that.
So before YouTube, MUTAHAR did the computer, programming, cybersecurity work he thinks entitles him to call himself an engineer. Between 2013 and
I don't think he's entitled. I think he's lying.
2015, he's studying his videography diploma. From 2015 to 2020, he's a video editor, and from 2021 onwards, he's a day trader, investor, and eventually the CEO of his own company that does asset management and property development. He's also calling himself an engineer the whole time. We already know he's not an actual engineer, but is he actually a business owner? Because there's some weird inconsistencies in the things he says about it as well.
As a boss,
he owns his YouTube channel.
And I don't know, like this is gonna sound like kind of cold, but I don't make jokes at the office. I don't make any fucking jokes at an office. I am not this kind of MUTAHAR, okay? So to explain what kind of person I am, like at the office, I'm just like, how's work? What are we doing? What's the plan for today? He's literally, it's as matter of frank as I can be.
No fucking around.
I don't partake in jokes. I don't do any of that fucking shit.
No,
and if I see fucked up jokes, you know, which I haven't seen, I stop that shit right there. I always have to, like, you always have to be professional at your office. And sometimes you come across as like a deadpan motherfucker, but it's better to be deadpan than, you know, turn your
phony. He's just fake.
Yeah.
You know, me being Mr. Famous for fucking seeing this ahead of time. I can't take any credit here. I mean, I didn't see it at all. But I never watched his video. If I just saw him saying like, and listen, and my dad, and if I was going to ask anybody, like a lot constantly appeal to your own authority shit to deflect stuff, it would have tipped me off. I would have been at least suspicious. And I got suspicious. I'm going to smoke that. My wife's gone. And she's going to kill me for this shit. Maybe the whole place will blow up. But I'm dying for a cigarette. I'll be drinking. I'll fucking drink. It's fucking Monday, you dipshit. You know, so... Fucking... Yeah, he's just a college dropout like the rest of us, you know, except for Nick, who actually got it great. You know, the only guys I know had like, well, I know Willie had like regular odd jobs. I know fucking Wavy was a nurse. I know fucking Wang was a professional musician and still is. And I gotta be honest, man, maybe it's my own racism. I always kind of assumed just because he was Indian, he went to good school in Canada. You know, I tell you who else. I'll tell you who got. There's this guy I know. His name is Idiot Retard or something. I follow him on Twitter. He's a real lefty douchebag, but I like him. And he's been telling me for years, like, he's like, stay away from MUTAHAR, stay away from that guy. That big. I'm like, oh, he's just got a hard on because he's not a fucking hard lefty like you. You know, but like when he finally did me dirty, he's like, I knew you'd Idiot Loser. That's his name on Twitter. And he's when he finally did me dirty, he's like, I knew you'd figure it out one day. I guess. I didn't I wasn't close with him. He came on, like, big YouTuber asked to come on your show. I never asked him to come on once. Generally nice. Any of my Discord encounters, I never really talked to Doe when I ever talked to him, you know. I never got even the slightest indication. I probably should have watched more of his videos. I thought he's pretty thorough when I watched the Keffels thing. I don't know. It's really sad, actually. You know, but it's not surprising because most of the people do this are complete frauds.
Office into like what I mean is like I never would have my office turn into like, you
know, because nobody's got the guts to be called a loser. You're a big loser. Like I hear I'm a loser every fucking day, and I'm numb to it. Mostly because they're right, but yeah, like I think him, family, he can't deal with being called a loser.
Frat house workplace, like it would never be a frat house.
He would never allow his office to turn into a frat house. But 8 months later,
to be fair, like there is a betting pool in amongst like my office friends because we do talk about like which gig streamer's dying first.
Yeah, and
isn't that pretty fratty? Isn't that a fucked up joke?
And if I see fucked up jokes,
boy, this is autistic.
Which I haven't seen. I stop that shit right.
Like, this is something I would have totally cut. Like, yeah, we got him, but you know, it's not that strong. I don't know.
There.
Maybe he just sucks at maintaining a professional culture. Could it be possible that
maybe it's all bullshit too, Nick? You ever think of that? I mean, he kind of proved it before when he said he's an engineer and he was an engineer 5,000 times.
MUTAHAR has been faking having a job all along. Doing daily uploads while being a CEO 9 to 5 is a pretty busy schedule, as Ethan said. When he was on the unsubscribe
Ethan did probably figure it out because he's busy as fuck, I'm sure.
Podcast, MUTAHAR made sure to let everyone know he works 9 to 5 and that he's a very serious business.
He did go out of his way to tell me that as well, like that he had other stuff going on. You know, it was very important to him that he wasn't just a YouTuber.
Man,
legitimately still have a 9 to 5.
Yeah, I have a 9 to 5. Dude, he works in hours and hours. That's what, like, this is why I respect it. How many subs do you have on YouTube?
I think like 3.4 or 5 million or something. I don't know the exact
3.5, like 3.5 million. We'll say that. And you're still doing multiple.
Just goes, if you want to be a big YouTuber, just lie. Lie till you get caught. and then just turn yourself into Keemstar. You know?
Cool. 9 to 5s where you're running different businesses. You were talking about Q4
yeah, I'm the
being
CEO of our
extremely
own
busy.
company. Like I'm the CEO of
Right.
like our own group. We do a lot of like property and like asset investment around where we live. We're getting into construction and everything too. So it's like for us, like my job is a 9 to 5 every day.
You upload how many videos a week?
A day. Like I upload it every day.
Jesus. This is why exactly, and why I always
He really loves bathing in that praise, but it's not
He
enough.
does
He
look
needs
like
to
it.
flex more.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the algorithm
like,
tell,
what?
right? Like when you're like an engineer and somebody's like, "Man, why does the algorithm keep feeding me?" I'm like, "Bro, what's the last 10 things you watched? Gay porn? It's probably going to give you the 11 videos." I'm just saying.
driving there, we were talking about cybersecurity because that's what you went to school for. You're like, homeboy's very smart. You do actually business, and then YouTube is a
YouTube is always like the secondary side gig. It's
Then he brags about his charitable donations, and we see behind the curtain how uninformed Mutahar actually is.
like for me, it's like the receipts. If I could tabulate them up every year, you know, like like during COVID, I probably gave away $200,000 of charity. And it was like out of my personal accounts. I don't write any of this off for taxes because I don't believe in writing off charity for taxes. I think it's a pretty shitty thing to do.
Writing off charitable donations is a shitty thing to do. How? Why? All that means is that the money you donated is tax exempt. It means you can donate more money to charity, as Brandon Herrera says.
It's a pretty shitty thing to do. Well, for me, it's like
the more money. Yeah, he's just a regular dope. That's that. If anything, I'm getting from this video, he's just like a regular dopey guy. You know?
Yeah.
Like who would think that? There's a reason they want you to do that. They want you to give more. You know, that's the reason they have tax exemptions. Like you're paying taxes on money you're giving away. Like that's fucking stupid. You know,
You can write off.
Yeah, and I think Nick Andrews is right. Like because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
The more money you can keep from the government and spend it better, you know,
like,
putting it toward more charity.
The money that I probably...
Yeah, but then the Canadian communists don't get my money.
Can you be the CEO of a company, a serious businessman who knows his shit, but you don't understand basic accounting?
You want to talk about social battery, like 7 is when I get up. I got to be in meetings every fucking day. My work day doesn't end until like 4 p.m. That's when I get like a chance to open up the Premiere Pro project file for the video, and I get to work on that, and then I get to upload that a day later. Like I don't believe in days off. Like I literally can't believe in a day off. Like I'm always like jittery.
In fairness, Doe told me that was true about him.
Because I'm like I want to do work. Like I really do like enjoy doing work. Like any
I don't think he lied to me. He had to drag him out to go to vacation.
day that I don't feel like I do my job, fucking cry about it. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
He works.
Which office job lets you go at 4 p.m. when you're CEO?
Till 4 p.m. every day and cannot take a day off. However, he seemed pretty happy to take a day off to watch a video game commercial from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on a Thursday.
I love to read comment sections in videos. That is probably the best part of doing YouTube content creation, is reading the comment sections of what a video has to offer. You know, as a content creator, the coolest thing is like when you see like 1,000 comments on a video, because I'm somebody that
So you get the dopamine from.
likes lurking internet forums and just reading internet discourse, right? Especially when it comes to topics I enjoy. So when you read 1,000 comments, you're like, all right, shit, let me line up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day.
This guy has a wife, he's a CEO, he works 9 to 5, and he uploads daily. How do you have the time to read YouTube comments from random people? Check this out.
A lot of editing.
Should be an upstate.
A lot of odd editing goes into his videos, in fairness. He just kind of spits it, and he's so full of shit he probably can. I mean, what's his name? Puts out 3 videos out of his ass every day. Jeremy, right?
Quartering.
Good citizen, okay? I wake up, I do my job, I come home.
Many of the instances where Mutahar says YouTube isn't his job are from videos where he rants about how unstable YouTube is as a job because of their never-ending policy changes. These things supposedly don't impact him. He does YouTube to relax, but he's always obviously upset in these videos. He consistently paints himself as a hard worker.
It sounds like you worked really hard in high school. We're talking about taking night classes, doing community service, like side jobs on the side, like.
Does Dr. K smell a rat?
Yeah, no, it's blurred.
Good Indian boy. Doing it.
I'll help you understand.
I had a buddy. His name was Patel. He was a Muslim too, I think. I don't know. I was like 17. He was 18. He comes into work. We work at the library together. He goes, "Yo, I think I knocked my girlfriend up. My parents are gonna kill me." I'm like, "Yeah, man, my dad killed me too." He's like, "No, they literally will kill me." I don't think he was fucking around. I don't think he was telling the truth. But he even had to keep sort of an image up that he was doing 20,000 things he wasn't to impress his parents as well. So I wonder if that's what's going on here, a little cultural. You know, I mean, to me, I don't know, the way my family always did, as long as you brought enough money, you know, if you want more, go out and get it. It doesn't matter how weird your job is, you know, as long as it works. But yeah, I feel like it does. It feels like it comes from a place of insecurity.
He has this insane work ethic, but he's also curious about how Destiny can get so many things done.
I noticed that you do like a lot.
Destiny's a workaholic. I know he's a workaholic.
A lot of canvassing, like you actually go out of your way, you launch your own like podcast with like other people, the bridges, and it's like, what is next really? Like, how do you kind of manage all that too? That's the other big thing that I kind of wanted to come into, because it's like, it really feels like you're a one-man show, but you're doing like a lot of shit and you're managing it pretty well.
Destiny's too lazy to cook for himself. He's not the workaholic with an excessively tight schedule he can never pull back. If Mutahar's stories about himself are true, he should not be impressed by Destiny.
I'm pretty sure Destiny's all over the place and always doing something. I mean, I could be wrong. I guess Mutahar fooled me. But I'm pretty sure that guy is always doing something. But then again, it could be part of his stupid fucking image. Who fucking knows?
At all. Mutahar also often claims that he's an immigrant and equates that to him being poor or his family being poor. He will say his father had to go through medical school twice, not recognizing the privilege of being able to go through it even once. You don't need to come up with all these hardships you've been through. Everyone can already see your life is a struggle. You're not white.
Ooh.
And you still can't say the N-word. He's got this other...
Was that a joke? You're not white and can't say the N-word. It's like that was a joke.
Laugh about not buying anything expensive.
Very rarely am I trying to pay full price for any of this computer crap. You don't need to, alright? I don't overspend my money on crazy computer chairs. I think whatever I can get at Costco fits me fine enough. As far as my peripherals go, I have some SteelSeries headsets, keyboards, and a Logitech mouse, which I think is really awesome. If anything, I overspend on my monitors.
He's so frugal, but he also owns a luxury diving watch worth almost 10 grand. If you have an easy life because you were born to a rich family, just enjoy it. If you're rich, just...
Let's see if I get the thing back. An easy life. There we go. We're back in business.
Just enjoy being rich. Improve your production value. Get some acoustic treatment. Get some monitor arms. Show your audience that if you work hard and succeed in life, you can have nice things. Why not? So, was Ethan Klein right all along?
I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. But like, yes it is. Shut up, bro.
I'm not going to...
Ethan lost weight and gained IQ points or something. I don't know.
Claim that Mutahar has absolutely no jobs beyond YouTube, even though the things he says about his business are very vague and inconsistent. However, he has definitely been lying about being an engineer for a decade, benefiting from the prestige, the authority, and the credibility that comes with that label. You don't call yourself an engineer dozens of times without specifying you're talking about programming jobs you did 10 years ago. He's clearly mostly just a self-taught tech enthusiast, not an engineer.
I think he's right. I could be wrong. Maybe Mutahara address this YouTube slop stuff.
he's seen as a cybersecurity expert or as a cybersecurity engineer, as he called himself.
This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer...
But when he assisted Nuxtaku in tracking down the V-Shoujo swatter, he fell for a basic social engineering trick, where the swatter, who was a minor, pretended to be one of Nux's fans who knew the swatter in real life, and fed them a bunch of bogus information.
I appreciate the random fan who was in that Discord server that actually contacted me and reached out to me about this stuff. Oh my god, you guys are legends, honestly.
V-Shoujo's cybersecurity expert knew this was bullshit. The cybersecurity engineer did not. MUTAHAR doesn't do drama content anymore because it's all needless negativity, and YouTube isn't his job. However, he still weighed in on the pirate software drama after videos about it began going mega viral. What
man's gotta eat.
Insight is MUTAHAR the computer engineer who knows all of this shit going to weigh in with?
No. Right now, as a video editor, I do more engineering now, so back-end programming for effects work. I'm working on a new codec for video right now for H.265, so we can actually transmit better video quality at higher resolutions. I'm actually doing something which I want to sell to Microsoft at some point later on. So I've been designing AI toolset that basically you can
what the hell, 2000
inject, hopefully, you can inject into like video tools, and this is gonna be like video games or whatever, right? So it's like, let's say that Microsoft backwards compatibility, right? So I had this tool idea. This is kind of what I got going in my head. So I had this idea.
See, if I heard him talking like this, I'd be like, upper right hand corner, click. I don't care, you know.
Idea, and I hope to one day sell it to Microsoft, right? So what I do is, since I have a really good video background, right? I've been designing neural stuff around it. So what I want to do one day is, you know how Microsoft has backwards compatibility, right? So would it be really fun if I could design a way that Microsoft could take the textures in their video games, right? So they could take the textures mapped in their video games and find a way to AI upgrade them. So like basically use a fucking photo AI, like basically use an artificial intelligence that can scan across, you know, all these textures and just fucking upscale them to like 4K, 8K, whatever they want to go to, and make games look better without needing, you know,
like a great idea.
Developers to make it better, right? That could be an idea.
Let me guess. Nick Ander's gonna come because I don't know anything about this stuff. He's like, there already is that. Microsoft invented it or something.
For me.
Now I'm in an area of the video I haven't been before.
It sounds simple on paper. Obviously, it's very, very, very fucking time consuming to make it even as effective as you want.
He knows how to program video encoders. He knows graphics APIs and AI tools in 2019. What does he know in 2025? What can he add?
One of the code bases that we're looking at over here is this falling particle. Now, there's a lot of numbers that are being dropped in here, and one of the things that you'll tend to see in pirate software
Nesquick, some money for MUTAHAR's upcoming Microsoft deal. Thanks, Nesquick.
Code is magic number abuse.
Nothing unique, nothing new, nothing that Coding Jesus didn't say in his video, which MUTAHAR keeps mentioning.
There's nothing.
Man, Coding Jesus fucking had the wrong code.
Nothing wrong with having shit code, right? There's nothing wrong with being bad at it. I'm not a fucking great coder either. So I'm actually doing something which I want to sell to Microsoft at some point.
I think Nick got him.
Later on.
Nick
But I'm also
Ambrose.
not claiming to be this crazy fucking guru hacker expert in the world.
Yeah, for the past 10 years you've been claiming.
Can you see? Make sure you can see Nick Andros right here. I got it from him.
To be an engineer, a computer engineer, a computer science engineer, a cybersecurity engineer. You fuck with code.
Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a
I sit
YouTuber.
down
Why are
and
you
with
asking me?
code.
You do programming as a hobby, but when it comes to showing your knowledge, you only know the basics. Now you're here judging someone for inflating their credentials. At least Pirate Software's lies didn't break the law. At least he actually worked at Blizzard for 7 years.
Again, when you have an ego, you gotta be able to match it with the skill. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that skill is all the way there.
God damn, imagine him just having a film degree, a 2-year film degree, and him talking like that. Unbelievable after all these years. Wow, what we were.
Unless that skill is making a whole lot of spaghetti code. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I him out.
Man, what a great way to end a video. Let's check out some of those comments. We love reading the comments from regular commenters like Mr. Obvious. I wonder what he's into.
Mr. Obvious says, "My feel win, I might as well be all for." And then we see some lolly here, featuring some underage characters. Here's 2 more drawings of underage characters posted by Mr. Obvious. Kinda strange, isn't it? Mr. Obvious says, "Boys heart emoji." And then underneath that, we can see a photo of an underage girl who is pulling anal beads out of her anus using her feet. That's quite the talent.
Oh.
Let me lie.
So is he trying to say that because this guy is into some fucking degenerate shit? Like, I didn't understand the point of that.
Yeah, I'm not really getting the point.
Yeah, like,
of
all
that one
right,
either.
so he has a fan that's a creep.
He's a regular comment. Maybe he explains it more.
He's a regular commenter. It's funny, that's it. So he has a commenter that's a fucking creep. All right. I get it.
Line up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day.
So, that was my appetizer for my upcoming video. Given his
then he's going to go into that. All right. I
inconsistent.
remember this guy called me up and he was really disappointed I didn't give a shit. You know? But, all right, if he does, I tell you what, I'd be shitting my pants if I was Mutahar, because this guy did maybe it's stylistically I don't like it, but he did a damn good job. I mean, it becomes like, did he prove it without a shadow of a doubt that he's not? No, but it's like, use some common sense here. It just doesn't make sense.
Consistent stories. Mutahar is either lying about his job and business, or he tells really pathetic made-up stories about them to sound more interesting. Once again, I am not a lawyer. It might not be illegal for Mutahar to lie about being an engineer, but by any reasonable
you kind of said it before, it was in Canada, but
definition.
Probably something that's not prosecuted very often, if at all. It's probably only prosecuted if you lie about being an engineer and then you accept money through a scam or something.
He is a total fraud. He has no computer engineering degree, or even a computer science degree, but he still presents himself as an engineer, a computer engineer, or a computer science engineer.
Well, he is Indian.
He is not trained in this field, and he is not employed at these roles. He is a self-taught hobbyist, a dilettante, not an engineer. Despite admitting that he hasn't been an engineer in years, not that he ever was.
And it's a weird Hulk Hogan thing, because let's say he's 100% right, Nick Andros, and I'm pretty sure he might be. None of this stuff is like worth lying about. You could just been yourself. Yeah, I'm just like I tinker with stuff. Yeah. It's just so unnecessary.
He continues to introduce himself as one, letting his audience's imagination run wild and conclude him to be far more qualified than he actually is. It does not matter that he seldom admits to being a former engineer or that he hasn't been an engineer in years. The bigger picture that he's painting to his audience is that he is a licensed, actively practicing engineer, which, based on his own statements, isn't true and cannot be true.
Max is the thinnest skinned bitch that I've ever seen when it comes to taking actual criticism on the platform. There is a way back from the mistakes that he's made. It just involves being a man and taking actual criticism to account. And realizing that, yes, your entire career was a lie. Maybe it's time to turn that around, but he doesn't really want to be doing that. He wants a win when he can't even carve one out.
Mutahar has been telling this lie for 10 years. This lie is almost too old for his friend Naxtaku to masturbate to.
Oh god, oh no.
All right, that was a good joke. That's a good one.
Oh no, Mousy, do you recognize these numbers?
What do the numbers mean, Mousy? What do they mean?
What do they mean?
Click on it.
Tell us!
I've never even pondered the thought that we can have lolly and Guro and bondage all in one thing. That's amazing.
Did he say lolly, girl, and bondage?
Something like that.
So he had to know he's.
I tend to think that just anything Nux says probably has some
listen that
form
close
of
again.
weird shit into it.
So that's Oompa Loopaville, right?
Yeah, Oompaville, yeah.
What do they mean?
Click on it. Tell us.
I've never even pondered the thought that we could have Lolly and Guro and
Wally or Lolly?
Lolly.
and bondage all in one thing. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
On the topic of recklessly allowing the audience's imagination to run wild, what do you think about this clip?
Oh, what? Bro.
All right, you get of a real child, like doing what?
I don't want to know.
I don't. Yeah, but I think if you're gonna call the guy a pedo, you gotta fucking say at least explain what it is you're blocking.
Well, they probably are the one that censored it, not him.
January 20th. This is before he got involved with them, right? Who is this right here? Who's the?
I don't know.
Wow.
They call her Mouse, but
Sounds
I
like
don't think
sounds like old Nick Andrews got him dead to rights.
that is Iron Mouse. Oh, that was Iron Mouse. I thought
It was Iron Mouse.
That was some kid just.
That was some kid. You just sent a video of them shitting, and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun. It's hardly pornographic, but whatever.
Sent you a video of
That's why I
them.
won't get into this, because then you have to fucking start debating the fucking skin of the details.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a little like, all right, so you're telling me they had child porn on? Is that what he's saying? This is a question. And legit, are you telling me he had child porn on there and on here and nobody did anything about it on YouTube?
God, who knows?
Yeah, was it like a fucking, like a 2-year-old that pooped his pants and picked up a Nerf gun? I mean, I don't know. See, it's like, yeah, what's the point here? Well, he's going after him on like pedo stuff. That's what he says he's doing.
Shitting and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun.
It's a funny coincidence that the last time I reminded MUTAHAR about his own country's laws.
Well, you just said that was a real kid, and now you're going to lolicon? This is why I won't touch this shit.
I think it's just showing Nux's odd pattern of behavior and like how.
See, I'd want to get this like, look, if Nick Andrews got him, he got him. But I wouldn't do it this way, because it's like, it's, I don't know.
In cartoon child porn with Nuxtaku, not realizing that in Canada it fits under the legal definition of child porn.
Wait, you showed porn in those videos?
He tried to ignore it for months, but then Hassan Piker drew attention to my video. MUTAHAR panicked, and he threw Nuxtaku under the bus while obfuscating his own culpability. The hit piece didn't land, so they settled everything in private and still lie about what happened. Why did MUTAHAR make a 40-minute hit piece where he condemns someone over and over again? No reason. It was just a goof. And oopsie, he's not hiding anything. There was nothing incredibly immoral and disgusting that he was aware of and tolerated for years. Something he would condemn any other person for. But in this case, he swept it all away. They also were not the only ones who knew about it and stayed quiet. The truth will soon be revealed. Remember to subscribe to see it when it drops. Next time, things are gonna be a little bit different.
Threatening.
One more thing.
At least where I live, in the okay, I don't want to like dox myself through this.
As just a public service announcement, you shouldn't make it a habit of mentioning how far a certain location is from your house.
I actually called up a EB Games near my place, probably like minutes away.
Because of caption searches, every instance you've done it over the years can be found in seconds, giving potentially dangerous people the ability to triangulate the location of your house. MUTAHAR's fortunately only done it literally once, right after moving in.
That's a little creepy and unnecessary.
To his current house.
Now, of course, just to add further context, this house is like minutes away from the...
Now, I'm sure MUTAHAR's lying about the travel time estimate here, but just don't say anything like this. It sets a really bad example to other creators. You also shouldn't show a picture of yourself somewhere and forget to censor all the names of the stores, even when they are at an angle. I am not an IT guy, but I know how to do this.
Stop the forbidden switch too.
Oi, you have to pay for that, young man. I'm a fucking computer engineer. I don't care.
Yeah, that was a little weird. By the way, you're exhibiting some of the most obvious signs of unknown age I've ever seen. I know you've claimed you don't have. What? The only power I have is to give you. The power I have is one you give me to lie. By the way, you're exhibiting some of the most obvious signs of undiagnosed HD I've ever seen. I know you claim you don't have it in October of 2024, but I have reason to believe that wasn't something confirming by a doctor. I'm very certain you don't know what it is. Trust me, I'm an ADHD engineer. Well, guy knows how to make a point. Very simple, quick. This, I guess this is a joke. All right. Well, here's the thing. Whatever I do and don't like about the video, it definitely paints a picture of him being in a fucking glass of water. So,
Glass of water who scratches his balls, does his job, and then plays video games.
Yeah, fair enough.